It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Rams and the Bucs coming up next.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
Brandon Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Matthew Stafford of the Rams, Tom Brady of the Bucs.
And Brandon, I think each one might be trying to play some form of keep away from the other, because when you think about time of possession and what that means in a game, it's great if you're able to hold on to the football and run your offense at your pace. And it also helps to keep the other guy's offense on the sideline. That's your goal for the game.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Tampa.
From the end zone, here comes Brandon Powell.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that a good outcome for Sean McVay as the challenge is successful.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here we go. Here we go.
So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
working with a 2nd and 4.
Now Brady.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
The extra receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
A handoff to Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second and 2.
Brady going to throw. And Brate, the tight end's got it.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Bernard.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Giovanni Bernard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Succop.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And they'll start at the 25 as Powell decides against returning it.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a first down throw. Stafford gonna let one fly for Robinson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That sun's going to be a factor all game long. I'm not sure it made a difference on that one, but it's something to think about on all deep throws during this time of year.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Robinson's got it, and they're able to get this one across the 35. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200+ right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now White. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll run this with Akers.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
I got my carpet rolled out for you.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield. Seven, our score after one.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Here's Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Takes this to the 45. Not much space there after the nice move. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected, but sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to, so sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
They call it a loss of a yard there. And it'll be fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Brady now on first down.
And this one nearly picked off. Well, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Brady. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On first down, Stafford here. Man open is Robinson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And his throw is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Stafford. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Brady. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Bernard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So 3rd down, and defensively the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Throughout his career, Tom Brady has made a living with the quick pass, hasn't he? How about that one? A little slant inside, and I think his arm's gotten stronger throughout his career, too.
Yeah, you can just see one of many examples of why he's made more trips to the Super Bowl than any other quarterback.
Footwork, intelligence, competitiveness, that's Tom Brady in a nutshell.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Here's Brady to throw.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Brady. And Brady has it over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less.
From the gun, it's Brady. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Caught on the slant. Touchdown. From 8 yards out.
And the Bucs go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Succop. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Powell on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. On first down, it's Stafford. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robinson. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Throwing is Stafford. And he's got this to Jefferson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing again is Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Shaquille Barrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Over the middle, he finds Henderson complete. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see.
The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin.
Yeah, that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Rams. And despite the fact that they're down on the scoreboard, they were able to have some success throwing the football in that opening half. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Gay now set to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Throwing now is Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now Brady gets away with one. Lucky, could have been intercepted, but it falls to the ground. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brady. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 46 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by them. And once he's by them, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago. Trust me.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The return is Powell. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Come on now, let's do this.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Stafford.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Stafford. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I would say these defensive backs need a little bit of help from their pass rush. They were able to force the incompletion, but I'll guarantee they're going to go back to the huddle and say, hey, guys, can you get to them a little bit quicker? I don't know how long we can continue to cover these guys downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Stays on his feet. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Stafford. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Gay is on for the point after. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time a 9-play drive. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over.
He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. On first down, Brady. He completes it to Evans. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Brady. And a catch right side by Evans. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Brady now to throw. Underneath, he's got Brate. And a nice stiff arm. It opens room to run. And he's taken down inside the 30.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Brady now on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Alabama, 380. Check 53, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Back and reload.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now Leonard Fournette. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Brady going to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Fournette running right. Evades him at the 10. Yeah, boy, some elusive maneuvering there, but they still get him down a couple yards short of the first. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run. This is Bernard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Giovanni Bernard. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only to first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the 1st down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Suck up for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the captain will put it in the end zone out of 8 yards. out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Powell now to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford.
He'll get this underneath to Henderson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Vita Vea drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Stafford on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
Stafford will stay out there. He'll lead his guys up to go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Allen Robinson There to make the grab.
And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
This one fielded at the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Let's go, fellas.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So now Stafford and the Rams down 28-21. A minute 53 remaining. They've got to take this pigskin a full 96 yards, and a field goal won't help. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively. 41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They had to get it away from their end zone somewhat, but still a long way to go.
Had to start somewhere. That's probably the best outcome possible.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Stafford now to throw. Not much there, only a yard.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Clock continuing to roll as the Rams try to get going again. Now Stafford. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Able to get away.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw.
And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. One last throw here for Stafford. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.